A vessel complete. Meanwhile... Rondella. Oh shit! Run, Uncle!
What do you think, my lord? Quickly!
That's right, he was trying to muster an army from these guys, wasn't he?
Why the hell is my city crawling with a captain? Don't ask me, ask them! Since when was Eikon have one to hide when there was a fight to be had? Since they stripped me of my rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck wiping the backsides of this lot while the city burns and my wife tells off with a man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway? What indeed? The enemy numbers 200,000 or more, counting yours. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoned in the capital to repel an army of that size. Then what of the central keep? Held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together.
The prospect of death does put things into perspective.
Perspective. Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along. I need you to lend me some of your best men, preferably all of them. My best men? Does it look like I have any more? I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble, and I may have already promised him your help. Your nephew, the outlaw? Never! My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing. Then you and he are of the same mind. Clive fights for the opposite! He fights for a world in which they shouldn't have to live and die for nothing! And he fights today to give us all a chance of a better tomorrow! Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against a kingdom!
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Hey! Did he take control of
Our
Sanbreque?
numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able.
Alright, what a bro.
You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us?
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
A large one.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander?
Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing
Gather the
them
bodies
all.
and build a pyre.
Oh,
in the
okay.
courtyard. Quickly.
Alright. As soon as he was holding that back, I was like, oh no, is that the ashes of Terrence? They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose to get us worried. Alright, Terrence survived.
Terence,
My lord.
You're a lucky man, Dion. Ooh, I was worried he was
you will
dead.
find a girl there.
A girl. We are in the middle of a war.
And I thought you
I
liked
owe her
me.
my life, and I always pay my debts.
It's not about that, Terrence.
You are to see that she is provided for,
Dion, I cannot leave.
but you shall. If I am ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
And know that I will do it.
Farewell, Terence.
Farewell, my prince.
I'm kind of surprised any dragoons decided to side with Dion. Like, Terence I get, but the rest of them? That must have been a difficult ask. After what happened. Still feel really bad for Dion. The shit he's got to go through. Sometime later. Back to Aesla. Alright. Edna and Gav. Yep, there they are. Okay. And Joshua.
Clive, thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe.
Gav, we need to talk.
Okay, so we gotta be sending her back to base, right? Is Gav gonna take her and we're gonna move forward?
I'm sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless.
And not just for Edda's sake. Our people need to know what happened here.
You can count on me.
As can she, I hope.
Thank you, my lord.
Do you think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway. For now, at least. This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice. All to serve Ultima, in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
He didn't consider it killing. Or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their suffering. He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately use that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance.
Music.
That is our fate.
The music!
But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the mother crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
I mean,
We know that the mother crystals have been leading the land of Ether.
I guess I made the connection, but the players did, or the...
And we also know that it's this
They didn't.
which hastens the spread of the blight. But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the stronghold?
So honestly, I think it is like a tool to siphon power from the people, from the earth. For whatever reason, Ultima is this entity needs that energy.
The truth about Ultima's prize.
It's a parasite.
For so long, I believed it to be you. And you alone. Yet, it is not merely a freat that he desires, but a freat and phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined shall his vessel be complete. Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Nor without the mother crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not only the blight, but Ultima as well. We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
Well, it's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.
All right, sounds like we're about to enter Endgame. Brotherhood. The power of darkness. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon Odin's essence. Attuning with Odin not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Gungnir, a frenetic flurry of attacks that damages all enemies within range. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Odin's iconic feat Arm of Darkness can be used to temporarily transform Clive's weapon into Odin's legendary blade. Landing attack slowly charges the blade, readying it for Zantetsuken, which is executed by holding square. Zantetsuken potency is determined by the blade's charge at the time of execution. Okay, so first we trigger it with circle, then we use it, then we push and hold it to discharge the attack.
When Barnabas fell, his magic died with him. The road to Stone here is barred to us no longer.
Okay. Surge forward to strike an enemy, can be executed multiple times in succession if previous hit lands. Each hit landed fills the Zantetsuken gauge. Okay. Does it have to be activated for it to charge it? That's what I don't know. Okay, landing abilities with the Arm of Darkness fills Zantetsuken gauge. Okay, so all of these abilities charge it, not necessarily turning it into the weapon itself. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that plays out. Okay, Gungnir. Ooh, that one looks awesome. Summon the legendary spear Gungnir and execute an extended flourish of deadly slices and strokes. Each hit landed fills the Zantetsuken gauge. Then we got Rift Slip, used to recover immediately after any ability or action. So in other words, that one's like a... It allows you to continue your combos. I think a lot more techie people are going to love that one. Summon a second blade and unleash a flurry of attacks. Each... Yep, interesting. Significantly fills it. Man, all these abilities seem really cool. I do kind of wonder if there's anything back there. Just wanted to see. Okay, so there's a quest up there. Let's go back to base real quick. There might be new hunts. Certainly is. Okay.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. If I may observe...
Your brother is possessed of a rare gift, and I do not mean the flames of the Phoenix. Words, Clive. His findings on Ultima and the Circle of Malleus are worthy of the great Moss himself. Should he choose to devote himself to this path, I hazard he could one day become quite the historian. But not before you and he finish your own story.
History can wait.
After all, for that is what it does.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting.
Okay, Barnabas's mother. One of the few surviving descendants of the children of Zemeckis, who fled from Valisthea and took refuge in the Outer Continent, only returning generations later. She and her clan were devout believers in the Circle of Malleus, whose teachings she instilled in her son. Teachings and memories that he treasures to this day. Alas, her beliefs were also to prove her downfall, as she was killed in a raid by the followers of a rival religion. Okay. The Circle of Malleus. The ancient religion from which more recent savior cults grew. Its beliefs were originally drawn from murals left behind by the people who lived near the mother crystal Zemeckis. But while at one point it was a faith followed throughout Valisthea, time and the fading memory of the ancient culture that spawned it saw it gradually fall from favor. Okay, the continent. A vast landmass situated far from Valisthean shores. Aside from the most intrepid traders, few who have been known to brave the journey there or back, for which reason the character and customs of its people remain a mystery to most. Legends claim that remnants of the fallen fled thither from the Twins when their civilization collapsed, but even the most bookish continental would be hard-pressed to explain what became of them in the intervening millennium. Interesting. So in other words, you have to wonder if the continent has better tech than we do. I feel like it says most people. Yeah, so traders can make it there, so we would know if they were particularly crazy with like tech or something. Moss the Chronicler, far-fabled scholar of Valisthean history and legend, when Harpocrates was but a boy, Moss visited his village on the outer continent, perhaps seeing something of himself in the young scholar-to-be. The great master took him under his wing, however their time together was soon to come to an end, for one day, Moss and his journal were gone, leaving nothing but a note behind, one which read, "Seek knowledge." The young Harpocrates took these words to heart. Zemeckis Fall. A vast circular cavity carved from the Dalmatian coast. It is here the mother crystal known as Zemeckis once stood. In the Age of the Fallen, man, hoping to claim the power of the gods, laid siege to the crystal in an attempt to gain entry to its ether-rich heart. Rather than attempt to fend off the assault, he instead responded by destroying the mother crystal and its heart, the great crater left behind standing as a reminder of man's hubris. Who is the he who destroyed the mother crystal? In the Age of the Fallen, man, hoping to claim the power of the gods, laid siege to the crystal. Rather than attempt to fend off the assault, he instead responded. Are they talking about Ultima? That's what would make sense to me, but... Drake's Horn, a mother crystal which stood in southern Ash, an area now lost to the Blight. The fall of Drake's Horn left Drake's Spine the only mother crystal on the continent and sparked a decades-long conflict for control of its ethereal bounty. After much bloodshed, it was the erstwhile nation of Valdermark which finally subjugated the warring tribes of Ash and established a kingdom around what is now Stonehere. Okay, and there used to be one in the north, to the north of, didn't there used to be one to the north of I'm blanking on the name, Rosaria? The War of the Magi, one of the great conflicts waged near the end of the Age of the Fallen, in which mankind, fielding fantastical clockwork armies, fueled by powerful magics, fought for control of the mother crystals. This, however, worked to hasten the drain of the ether from the land and thereby give rise to the Blight. By the time the fighting had ceased and peace was restored, the wounds suffered by both humanity and the land had grown too deep to heal, and civilization began its slow, yet inevitable, march into darkness. It was only a matter of winters before the 1,000 years of knowledge used to build the great Magitech faded and was eventually lost to history. Okay, Inner Sanctum, sacred chambers in which the hearts of the mother crystals are enshrined. They were transformed into places of worship. Strange clockwork constructs often encountered in near-fallen ruins. They were once only ever found protecting such structures, but in the aftermath of Primogenesis, beneath the blackened skies that followed, they emerged from the ruins at last and can now be seen all over Valisthea. Though widely assumed to be vestiges of the fallen civilization, it seems they were in fact originally servants of Ultima, created by him in a time lost to memory, and that it was only over long years of scavenging wreckage from fallen ruins that they took on their current forms. Since Ultima's reawakening, they have been guided by his will and his will alone.
You wish to study the tomes? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way. These days.
Well, thanks for Odin, dear.
Okay, Everdark. It's not better than anything we got now, so we're good.
Anything else?
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Back again?
Back again.
What is it that you wish to learn? Here's the latest information I have.
Oh, just making sure that Jill still loves me. Okay, good.
One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
All right, should just be the one in Walud. Yep.
Seen enough?
Now let's check out our new hunts. Did I ever tell you about the time I journeyed through southern Ash, Kupo?
Through Orcish lands.
Well, technically they're deadlands now, but the orcs don't seem to mind. They found a way to survive without mother crystals, just like we have, Kupo. Though it involves a good deal more cannibalism than here at the Hideaway. Oh, nice, lovely. At least I think it does. You don't happen to know what that Molly puts in her brown, do you, Kupo? Hopefully not people. Oh, geez, there's a bunch. Okay, so we got Svarog. All right, Gobermouch, a rogue goblin, has been sighted several times in the abandoned village of Aesla, presumably drawn by the stores left behind when the villagers departed for reverie. Though said villagers will not be returning, we shall surely seek to reclaim the village for mankind once this is all over. I suggest that we end the goblin's misery now before he tears the houses down in his search for sustenance. Okay, Aesla. Beigel. Among the divers beasts that make their home in Walud, there are many that seem not to be a creation of nature, but of some malign god. Beigel is one such creature. A cat that takes an almost perverse delight in hunting down the few survivors of the human race that yet survive on the far continent, and toying with them as a child might a doll, complete with the chewing of their extremities. The Crichton Hollow. Okay, I need to write these down. Okay. Crichton Hollow. The other one we know where it is. Don't need to write that one down. Okay, Agni. A band of Cursebreakers making a first foray into Walud encountered this creature near the road through Halfcombe. Though those with memory of Ash before its fall knew Agni as a peaceable beast, once worshipped as the Yarlkona of the North. An ether has since addled its mind, sending it barreling hither and yon, crushing anything in its path, and its torment would be a mercy. Okay, we've got Halfcombe. Usher to the underworld. Travelers of the Gilded Path share stories of the Crystal Giant, a beast who haunts the paths less trodden, illuminating the shadowy canyons with the unmistakable blue glow of ether and painting them red with the blood of his victims. If our suspicions are correct and this creature is another construct of Ultima, then only by laying him low might we truly begin to live on our own terms. Titan's Wake and Dhalmekia. That was that new area that we went to, right? Okay. And then another A. So the only S we have left is still Svarog, the Blood Moon. After the collapse of the fallen civilization, their technology slept silently within the ruins and their airships for many a long year. However, of late, these echoes of the fallen age have begun to awaken, attacking any strangers on sight, presumably, as they were designed to do. While some are easily escaped, this particular echo persists in pursuing its targets until they lie dead in the dust. Okay? The Croc. Sandbreck. Okay. So we've got 3 of them here in Waloed, and we've got 1 Sandbreck, 1 Dalmekia. You can't do combos when you're in that. Okay, let's see if this persists into the next fight. I'm also interested in seeing that. And then we push and hold square to use it. Alright, it seems to persist. I don't know if it has a timer or not. Trying to use this fucking thing. There we go. So you have to push circle and then use it. Okay. All of his abilities seem to take a long time, so like the timing of them can be difficult because you're likely to take damage while you're doing them. But it does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage, it seems like. Okay, Dark Still. I think that's one of the things we needed for our accessory.
And don't come back.
Okay. The Croc and Sandbreck. Where is the Croc? Oh, up there again.
Run like the wind.
All right. Straight home now.
Oh, it got rid of my ability? That's rude. I was trying to prep Terminus. How dare you? Hey, it gave it back to me.
One thing for it.
Oh, rude. gosh, that does so much damage. That's ridiculous.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah, man, that one's wild. Kind of like it. Okay, so that's 2 down. Let's see. Sanbreck and Dalmek are done. Okay, the Esla one, we know we can do that one pretty quickly. That one should be here. And then the other place that we're looking for is Crichton Hollow. Which must be further in. Okay, where in town do we expect this to be? Might just be right here in the center. No? Okay, we'll come up here. Okay, here we go. Gobbermouch. Come on, this little goblin can't be that scary, right?
A goblin. How the hell did it cross the strait? Too slow.
Damn! Alright, so we had some stuff that could hit really fucking hard, but honestly, if you can, like, we kind of had him stun locked a bit. You're kind of throwing him around.
Your journey ends here.
Okay, so there's the Isla one, so now we have one in Crichton Hollow and Halfcombe, which I don't think we have seen either of those locations yet. Oh wait, this is Halfcombe. Okay. So we can do one more of these. And then we move forward. Alright, it says this area is still locked off, but let's go and see. Okay. If that's where our hunt is, then we can't access it right now. Let's continue forward, see if he pops up somewhere down here. This seems like a decent spot for it. Okay, this is not the spot. Oh, there it is. It's gonna be right here. 100%. Here we go. And this was one of the first fights we did, was with one of these big guys. In the forest with Sid and Sanbrek.
Look who's here to meet us. Pity they don't seem fond of visitors.
Always too early on that. Yeah, Odin makes me play pretty sloppy, not gonna lie.
Nice try.
Yeah, I was playing very, very poorly. Getting those Zanketsutsun is difficult to do without taking damage. You gotta be very, very careful with your timings, and careful with timing is not my strong suit.
I've had warmer welcomes.
Okay, I think that's one of the things I needed for that other accessory. So I think last thing we're going to do in this episode is see what we can make. We only have the one more new hunt that is in Crichton Hollow.
Nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Where am I going? I am not going to the hunt board.
Still alive, are you? Go on, then.
Only just.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. The stews.
What do I owe the honor? What do you want?
There it is.
Should last you a good while.
Okay. So, primitive battle horn, now we just need to get dark steel and orichalcum.
That it? Fine.
All right. That's where we're headed next. So let's go ahead and end things here. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Chris Murphy, JW, Bracken, Quinless, Chris Smith, Vlado101, Andy Ford, The Blue Electric Cat, and Kyle Schluter. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.